Hey techies, Chris Brown here from North Coast Church out in Vista, California. I just want to take a couple minutes and let you know something that you already know, but your senior pastor is probably afraid to tell you in person, and that is your job is much harder than ours, especially this time of year. And I know you're shaking your head, but let me give you just a small illustration on that. This Christmas season, senior pastors like I are going to stand on stage and deliver a message. And my tool is 2,000 years old. The stories we have, and basically it's just a couple chapters that contain the Christmas story, are 2,000 years old. In fact, I'll give you $5 if you can find me a pastor putting a new spin on a very old story. It's all the same. We have the same material to work with every year, and it hasn't changed. You, on the other hand, your tools, they're changing incredibly every 3 to 4 months. Every holiday season, every year, you're in a different digital media age and medium that you're using. Because of that, I simply want to say thanks. Mine's easy. I go back to an old story. I tell a truth. It's not a new truth, but it's the Word of God. You, on the other hand, you use all the technology, what's available now at your fingertips, staying on top of it, knowing not just what it is, but how to use it, how to get that message out, is reaching not only your church, but a click away, the world is away. A click away, you're reaching so many people that are watching it and going through it. And yet what happens at the end of the holiday season, it's the guy on stage. We get the pat on the back. We get the handshakes. We get the family coming into town and they want to introduce us to their visiting guests or relatives. You're somewhere tucked away in a room a lot like this, probably. Junky, no fanfare, no one even knows you exist. It's much like a manger where no one expected the crowds to go. But in that scene, in that dankness, in that dark place, is where the truth began and where it was sent out. You, men and women, work in the manger of the churches today. And I'm not trying to demean you in any way. You're usually behind the scenes in a booth somewhere, in a back room somewhere, but that's where the truth is being captured. That's where it's being sent out. And this holiday season, the truth of God will reach more people than it ever has in the history of the world. Not because we're doing an old story differently, but because you're doing new technology and the way it's supposed to be done. So on behalf of all the senior pastors of America, those that will admit it, those that won't, shame on them. Thanks for doing the much harder job that changes monthly and definitely every year, for getting the truth and the word out, for acting and serving tirelessly behind the scenes. There's no way the Church of America, the church of the world, would be where it is today without you. Keep it up.